Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is 0 dark 30, blasting out of the bunker, out into no man's land. Woo! I tell you what, folks, you want satire, you got it. You couldn't make this kind of humor up. These people out here are absolute knuckleheads. Are you prepared? Right? Self-defense is a big deal. Being in good shape is a big deal. Being mentally prepared, a big deal. I tell you what, the liberals have been slowly turning the water up, turning up the heat. You know that old story about, well, put a frog in a pot, he won't mind, and if you turn the heat up slow enough, he won't realize it, well, until it's too late, that he's being boiled. Well, that's what's been going on. For years and even decades, they have been gradually turning the water temperature up. And now people are starting to feel it. You know what's crazy is the people that are being harmed, they actually think everything's just fine. In fact, let's use San Francisco as a great example. Well, years and years ago, folks, I would say 15 years ago, they started this, let's stop prosecuting crime. Let's not punish people for petty theft. That's where it started, folks. Well, it's such a small deal and it costs so much money to prosecute people and put them in jail that let's not do it. Never mind that if you get out of line for 1 second, you want to not produce a driver's license quick enough, you want to not cooperate, you'll be locked up after being, well, of course, assaulted left and right, beaten. And I know that the law is there for us, but not for the lawless. So, one of the questions I have is, why is this guy driving up my ass so hard? Yeah, I'll just get out of this lane and see if he wants to go by. Okay, so now back to the story. People need to know what their boundaries are. And if they don't have boundaries, they'll just keep doing what they want. Well, folks, the liberal mindset is, let people do what they want. They'll figure out how to behave all by themselves. We don't need police. Well, they really pushed that to the test. With 2020 and the summer of love, lawlessness in all the cities, right? They were saying, defund the police, get rid of the police. We'll monitor the streets ourselves. We'll have social workers out there. That'll teach everyone how to behave properly. And those communities that did that, folks, failed so damn fast they couldn't stand it. And in most places, even the most liberal places, they were like, no, we need our police back. Neighborhoods aren't safe. People are being assaulted, theft, arson, rape, murder, all the good stuff that liberals just love to blame on, well, white America. Anyways, this let's let petty theft go, petty crimes go mentality. Well, where has it led? Well, what it led to is, let homeless go into stores and steal what they want as long as it's under $1,000. No longer are we petty, folks. Now we're talking significant. I would not like it if someone snuck into my house every day and stole $1 or $5. And they just said, well, that's just petty theft, John. I'd be pissed. When someone came into my house and stole $500 or $800 or $900 worth of stuff, I wouldn't say, well, it's under $1,000. Who gives a shit? No big deal. Well, to businesses, it is a big deal. And now businesses are closing down in big cities, especially cities like Portland, San Francisco. They're closing the doors and they're closing the stores. And what do those businesses care? They were losing money, so screw those neighborhoods. Well, that didn't change the attitude of these liberal areas where they're like, we can go with the lawlessness. We'll be just fine. Everything's okay. Well, it's graduated, folks. It surely has. In the suburban, white communities of San Francisco, they've decided to take this lawlessness to moms. housewives, soft, gentle suburbanites of San Francisco. That's right, folks, the limousine liberal class is now being assaulted. Well, maybe not the limousine ones, but let's just say the luxury car liberals. Guess what? They're now being beaten with baseball bats on a regular basis. Not the same ones, not all the time, but in some cases, yes. Someone beaten with a baseball bat by youths. I tell you what, I don't care if the bat is hitting me on the head from a teenager or just a kid. It's a baseball bat and it hurts. It's not funny. In fact, it's downright overly dangerous. But moms picking their kids up at school. That's right, doing the suburban school shuffle. Being assaulted with baseball bats by kids. Police? Nope. In fact, excuses are being made for these kids. The government is saying, oh man, it was those COVID lockdowns. It called irreversible damage that they'll never recover from. So they excuse it away. Very typical, very liberal, very stupid. But folks, very much our reality. Are you prepared for more of this? Do you see where this is heading in those places? I sure hope you don't live in, around, or near them. Truly, I don't. I don't want anyone to be near any of that shit. This is what we've got for it, folks. This is how we get paid for allowing socialism to creep in, for allowing them control of the temperature of the stove, for allowing them, right, to turn the heat up on us slowly, slowly, slowly. Here we are. Here we are. Unbelievable. In America, when roving gangs of kids and people, let's see, in New York will push you on the subway tracks, or people in Chicago will just shoot your ass dead. You know, of course, guns are illegal, but, you know, only for law-abiding citizens. If you're a criminal, the police won't go to your neighborhoods. Do you see where this is? Do you see what kind of world we're living in? Very much a dystopian, Clockwork Orange, where the psychological test doesn't occur in prison, but in our own neighborhoods. It's that kind of world. It truly is. When will America wake up? Well, you and I are awake, and that's the interesting thing, is we're not all suffering from intellectual paralysis. And that's a good thing. So what do you do? Number one, make sure your area, your town, your sheriff is enforcing the law. Let them know. Let them have it. Let them hear about it. Even if everything seems fine, bring these points up. Get the news stories out there and share them with your local law enforcement dude. Your city council say, don't even think of starting this "we're not going to prosecute" crap. Don't even start that. Because we know where it leads, folks. Every single time. Let's go soft on drugs. Well, I wonder why we have so much crime. Let's go soft on law enforcement. I wonder why we have so much crime. And it's a great way for them to excuse themselves from being responsible. Truly, folks, is this just plain old humor on my part? Am I making this stuff up? Or is this the way it is? Is this the reality we all have to face now? Well, I would say it's the latter. This is reality. This is SHTF world, and we're living in it. It's clown world. It's being run by people like, well, cokehead Biden. Am I talking about the son or the dad? How would you know? Because nobody can get any information about this family, what the hell it is they're doing. You know, Sniffles Hunter, you know, had a runny nose. Oh, well, Karine Jean-Pierre, she let us know that cocaine must have been left in the White House by a tourist. That's right, some rascally American left their stash of very expensive cocaine inside the White House, because that's what people do. Don't buy it for a second, folks. Chance favors the prepared mind. is yours. Get prepared, folks. It's not going to get better. Be prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, in all ways. God bless America. Semper Fi.